In the cradle of the Middle East, the Israel-Palestine conflict rages on, sowing the seeds of devastation and misery along its path. As the annals of history reveal, this repetitive violence results in a seemingly infinite chain of repercussions. This strife has been the source of profound pain and loss for both parties involved over multiple decades. Families have been splintered, existence devastated, and dreams morphed into nightmarish realities. However, it's crucial to remind ourselves that warfare has never been the ultimate solution. Over the course of history, countless endeavors have been made to bring peace and resolve this enduring conflict. Leaders and peace proponents have convened to negotiate agreements, foster comprehension, and construct bridges towards peace. Yet the cycle of violence ominously lingers. The need for a paradigm shift in approach is more evident than ever. A time for dialogue and empathy is upon us. A time to comprehend each other's anguish, fears, ambitions. A time to liberate ourselves from the chains of historical animosity and construct a future where Israelis and Palestinians can coexist peacefully. We must concede that enduring peace can only be attained through understanding, compassion, mutual respect. It necessitates open dialogue where both parties can express their apprehensions and aspirations. It requires compromise, a readiness to lend an ear, and a vow to discover commonalities. Let's recall the profound words of eminent peacekeepers across history and apply their wisdom. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Albert Einstein. If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. Mother Teresa. It is our responsibility, as global citizens, to raise our voices for peace. Let's unite Palestinians and Israelis to reject violence and warfare. Let us choose dialogue over conflict, compassion over animosity, and hope over despair. Collectively, we can shape a future where every child matures in a world that knows only of peace. If you wish to contribute to the peace-building efforts, please consider supporting organizations and entities that work relentlessly to bridge gaps and promote mutual understanding. Choose peace. It's perception. Isn't it a compelling force? In the current scenario of global conflict and hostage situations, it's ever-changing. Global sentiment is evolving, particularly in the United States, where empathy for the victims has soared to unprecedented heights. This isn't an abrupt shift, but rather a gradual transformation, fueled by the might of social media and the clout of international celebrities. Social platforms have taken center stage, offering a platform for the victims to lay bare their stories, their trials, and their aspirations, reaching an audience of millions across the planet. Celebrities too have lent their weight, using their influence to illuminate the grim reality at the heartstrings of many. However, as with issue, opinions are polarized. The chasm between Democrats and Republicans on this matter is but a reflection of the political terrain. The Democrats' growing sympathies for the victims are evident, yet the party's primary position still leans towards favoring diplomatic resolutions. What about the Republicans? Their unwavering support, bolstered by Christian evangelicals and war on terror discourse, remains steadfast. But the power of perception is not solely about the ebb and flow of viewpoints, it's about the imminent potential for change. As more individuals empathize with the victims, the mounting pressure is on policymakers to reevaluate their stance but let's not forget, perception alone cannot bring about peace or justice. It's what we do in light of this newfound cognizance that matters. As perceptions evolve, so does the potential for change. In the face of the lingering question, where do we navigate from here? The echoes of conflict reverberate across Israel and Palestine. The solution isn't concealed in further warfare, but rather in the unwavering pursuit of tranquility. The ceaseless hostility, the loss of lives, the pervasive fear, these elements do not aid in settling the deeply entrenched problems that exist. In contrast, they only succeed in broadening the chasm, inflicting more anguish and perpetuating a cycle of suffering, ensnaring every life involved. In this tumultuous atmosphere, flickers of optimism shine through. Countries like Egypt, Qatar, along with the United Nations, are coming forward, offering their assistance in attempts to mediate and curb the escalation of violence. Their endeavors, a validation of the belief that discourse, comprehension, and mutual respect can lay for a peaceful resolution. Hamas has also expressed its stipulations: the liberation of captives, cessation of incendiary visits to Al-Aqsa Mosque, and a halt in military incursions into the West Bank. In response, Israel has commenced by freeing all but 100 detainees. These actions, albeit minor, could catalyze a dialogue promoting peace. It's not about who has the upper hand, but about what is morally correct. peace, without doubt, is the righteous path for all. Let's always remember that beneath the designations of Israeli or Palestinian, we are all part of the human race, all deserving of safety, respect, and the opportunity to exist in a world devoid of conflict.